Well, welcome, group.
And you got a thing on there you gotta take off again.
Got it. Here we are. Wow. With all the thunder and lightning this morning, and it helps us to awaken to who we are and what's really important.
Ooh, that was good thunder.
Yeah, it sounded like your thunder. We welcome you to the Positive Living Center, and we're really glad you came out. You made that effort to come through the weather and to be with us today. Usually I ask if we have new visitors, but you say you've been here before. Yeah, so thank you for coming. This is the year of creating a healthy lifestyle. And our themes for December are self-care, self-love, and celebration. And when we celebrate, it raises the energetic within ourselves, our soul. When we do that, we carry that out into the community and the people we love and to those areas where people need that. So celebrate yourself, celebrate your life. Today's music is by John Lalonde. And we'll have John play this morning, and then we'll lead into a meditation. So just relax.
Okay. Good morning. I'm going to try to play for those in the audience and those on the screen. I normally thoughtlessly did not face the people on Zoom, but I'm going to try that this morning.
Relax your body, relax your mind, breathe deeply, be in this moment, in this place. Free yourself from restrictions, judgment, fear. Move into that love energy within your mind, your body, and your spirit. Come back to this time. Come back to this place. Return refreshed, relaxed. Reconnecting to who you really are. Today's spiritual thought is Joe Bull, and we gather together closely to hear your words, Joe.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Self-love. We begin our day with, hopefully, with self-love. We begin our day and end our day with loving ourselves, hopefully, each and every day. But what if we have a day, a moment when we are just angry and not feeling the love coming from within us? Can we reobtain that? Is that possible? There are some things we can do, of course, and that is one is going within with our source and listening and talking with God to let God refill that energy, that love that's in your heart, that is in God's heart. If you're not feeling that way, there are so many other ways we can obtain and re-grab our love for ourselves. And that's by simply being still and sitting and just contemplating positive thoughts. I've had days when I've come home from work and everything I could think of, everything I did went wrong. And I just was really down on myself. And I was sitting out back maybe feeling sorry for myself, but I was definitely not feeling my love for me. Yet I'm sitting there and I've got this big old dog that walks over to me and sits down next to me, and he puts his head on my leg and just sits and wags his tail and looks at me. That's pure love coming at us. That's pure love from a pet, a family member, such as a pet, a cat, or a dog, or a child, or another loved one, that can re-energize us and re-establish with us that we are truly coming from love as we receive it. There's lots and lots of ways to lift yourself in these ways, to call a friend, to call a relative, call someone that you know that can help inspire you again. Lots of different ways. Because if we're not loving ourselves, we certainly can't put that out to someone else. We can pretend, I guess, but I think it would be pretty obvious to somebody else that we're not coming from a good place. Release yesterday's burdens, and start fresh. Start fresh again today. Believe in yourself is another good way to reestablish your love for yourself. And keep smiling and never give up. Never give up. And stay humble and be kind. Be kind to yourself first and foremost. And then you can put that out to everyone else around you in your life. Because when you're not feeling your best and maybe not feeling loved, other people who do love you will sense this, and they too will come to your aid. If you will open up and allow them to come within you. Allow God to come back in and fill your heart with that love. There's so many different ways. And if we think about that, especially during the holidays, if it's a little tough for us, if you're alone, other things you can do, of course, is call a practitioner or call a minister. Call us. We love to hear and pray with you and lift your spirits along the way. I really believe these are some great ways to have your self-love maintained. And so it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you so much. Excellent reminders for these times. We all don't have family together at this time of celebration, so thank you. John Anon, you've moved. I'm looking for you. Always sits over there.
Well, isn't the sound of the rain on the roof of this building is just wonderful. And I was going to say, last night at our house, the rain was pounding. The wind was really blowing the rain into our windows. It was really quite fantastic sleeping weather. But it was not a silent night, which is what I'm about to play. Excuse me, I'm going to start that again.
Thank you, John. Our next speaker is Sandy West. Put you in front here. Adjust you. There we go.
Got it? Cool, thank you. You know, John, I remember that one. I think that's one of the first ones I learned because Sunday school, you know, you do that for the performance. And I always loved it. It was so quiet and so beautiful. And you'd always see that picture, you know, of like a child and then the moon shining down and the star. And thank you for that. This month we're talking about self-care, self-love, and celebration. And I really, really resonated with this one. I thought about self-care. We do things because we were taught to do them. So we brush our teeth, we take baths, we eat, we sleep. We have all these things that have been programmed into us since we were children. But many times we do things that aren't caring for ourselves. We eat too much, we drink too much, we can do all kinds of negative activities. And what I've found over the years is that when we combine self-care with self-love, we start making different choices. When I learned to start loving me, I was able to put my alcohol addiction behind me. I was able to make a lot of changes. I was willing then to face my anger and the inner rage and let that go. But it wasn't until the concept of self-love came together with that, and they worked in partnership then, that it really became this magical journey. Loving me was difficult because I didn't like me. I thought I was ugly. I thought, you know, I was a bad person. All of these things that I had learned over the years through various experiences. Because to me, if I was lovable, those things wouldn't have happened. Then later on, I learned that that was part of my educational experience. That was part of my mental health growth. That was part of learning what not to do and what not to be. And in doing that, it made it easier to love me. As I released more, I could love me more. As I began to make years away from ending the alcoholism, I was able to see me as a completely different person. And I still remember the philosophy professor, after I'd written a paper on it, telling me that one day it wouldn't be a big thing in my life anymore. It would just be a little piece of Sandy. And I started to see that in my self-love. What were the things that I could love about me? What were the things that other people might love about me? You know, giving up gossiping, trying not to do that so much, trying not to spread negative thoughts about people, trying to take care of myself more, to keep myself up, to work on what I needed to be healthy, to do a good job at work, to do a good job at life. At that time, you know, I became a grandmother, and while I don't think I was a very good mother, I think I'm an excellent grandmother. So I learned as I went along and started flipping these pieces of Sandy around. And I think we all do this. We all mature, we become wiser. We learn more about what we want to be, how we want to present, how we want to be. And I found that as I loved me more, I felt all different kinds of things about myself. I felt worthy. I felt that I had something to share and something to give. As I loved myself more, I found that my confidence in my prayer work became more. My confidence in my therapy work became more. Because in my loving me, I valued the things that I was doing in service. the things that I was doing to make a difference, to help others. Things that I had done almost by rote now became different. There was more depth, there was more caring, more understanding, more empathy, less judgment. And judgment was a hard one to give up because I had judged myself as wanting my whole life. And to let that go was like a miracle. To be able to not do that anymore. To be able to say, it is what it is, I'll do it differently tomorrow. To not be upset with myself if I dropped something, or upset with myself if I didn't back into the parking place right. It was just, okay, pull out and do it again. And it changed how life was for me. Because when I quit judging myself and loved myself more, life then flowed more. There was more beauty in it, more sunshine, more light, more friends, more experiences that I really, really enjoyed. I was able to see the beauty. And just standing here before church starts and looking out the door at the beauty of the trees, looking for the deer, watching people come with smiles on their faces. The little things that don't take money, don't take, I want to say, not a big investment of those resources, but a big investment of me, where I am willing to put myself out there and share. I'm willing to put myself out there and look you in the eye and be able to look into your heart and see the gift that you bring and the love that you bring. It's so important, this self-love, and it's one of the hardest things that we ever do. I know I've shared before about a therapist asking me to kiss myself in the mirror. It took me a year before I could do that. It was first, oh, that's stupid, that's silly. And then as I tried more and more, it was like, why can't I? And then the thoughts would come up, well, how can you kiss something so ugly? How can you kiss something so damaged, so fractured? And it really took me to the depths of what I saw me as, or what I saw within me. And it showed me where the healing needed to be. It showed me where to start to love me. Okay, I made mistakes. I could love those mistakes. I hated. I could still love me. I could find a way to flip those things to where it was something that I learned, like going to school. I took a class in hate. I took a class in alcoholism. I took a class in anger. I took a class in all of these, what we would think of as negatives. But I learned from them. I learned what not to do. I learned how to be loving. I learned how to use love to heal me first. I had so much healing to do. I couldn't have afforded Band-Aids if they were all cuts and they were actually bleeding. I bled inside, and I didn't even realize what I was doing to myself, how I tortured myself. I didn't need to go somewhere to be tortured by a terrorist. I was doing it to me here. I was doing it to my heart, to my body, to my soul. I didn't think that God loved me. How could God love me? But I learned that our authentic self, our true heart, is always lovable no matter what we're doing in the moment. So when I connect with people, I connect with their divine aspect, with their divine heart, with their divinity, and see the God in them. And when you start doing that, you don't see the negatives in people anymore. You only see the beauty. You see the light and the smiles and the gorgeousness of the human race. It's a beautiful race. This is a beautiful world. The animals are beautiful. Everything is beautiful. This rain is absolutely gorgeous. We needed it. California was dying of thirst. We need all the rain we can get. And here it is. Here it is. Helping our trees, We've lost so many trees to the beetles, and they've pulled them out. And now the new ones are going in. And the rain is going to nurture them and just help them grow and become more. So we see all these things through loving that there are to celebrate. Life becomes a celebration. When we celebrate, it's not about these big highs or all this noise or our loud music or those kind of things. Celebration is a peaceful, loving beauty that we see. It has a radiance around it that allows us to appreciate everything just as it is. When I read the stories last week, the Christmas stories, and the one about all the animals coming together, and the wolves pulling the sleigh and helping build the sleigh and fix it, instead of turning on them all and eating them, it really was a story of self-love and of love and celebrating what we want this world to be, what we're aiming for. We talk about peace, but we can't have peace if we don't love ourselves, you see? So as we went over all these things this year, looking at them, helping ourselves to heal, all of it was to learn to love ourselves and then to celebrate the beauty of what we've learned this year, the lessons that we've had, the experiences that we've had. They're beautiful. And when we start seeing the divine in them, they aren't negative. There's no negative in them. We change and we evolve and we become. And self-love is a becoming. It's a becoming the best me I can be in this world. And that is a journey worth taking. And that I'm even on that path is worth celebrating. That I didn't give up. I didn't go hide away. I didn't, become a hermit and just cut the world out. I learned how to do it within society, within people, within everything that's going on. And in this way, I and each of us can make a difference in this world. We can help this peace grow. We spread love from here in Oakhurst, here in this tiny place in the mountains. We impact the world. And I can't say that as enough because it is so true. We impact the world, and the world needs each and every one of us. So as you go through the holiday season, do it with gratitude and celebration. Celebrate the spirit of the times. Celebrate the joys and the decorations. See all the beauty. Go home late at night so that you see all the lights on when you're driving home. Allow that to be part of your life, the beauty that there is. Go outside and stare at the stars, talk to the moon, see the clouds flying across. Allow it all to be this wonderful, wonderful thing. Oh, life is good. It really is good. So when you gift yourself with self-love this Christmas, making that your Christmas gift, there's nothing that you could ask for that will bring you more. It's the most wonderful present in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandy. I always look at Christmas time as a time of gratitude for nature and to have a warm place to sleep. To know that there are people that are out there that love me and that I love them. We have an offertory. Barney, will you help? I saw,
Our official offer.
well, so far, he
Just
feeling
close.
better?
Huh?
Feeling better?
Oh, much.
Okay.
Much. I'm feeling great.
Yes. I saw Barney at a meeting for fire awareness. So that was quick.
Button up my sleeve.
Thank you. And there's a great group of people. If there are any individuals who need help with burning shrubs or things that are on your property, there's a group of people that will come and volunteer and help you with that project. I had no idea. I think it's so wonderful to know that there are elders that can't do that anymore, and to share that information. Just ask me, I'll get the numbers for you. So we're going to bless our container, but also ourselves. So with this offertory, think of the energy flowing through you out into the world. Divine love flowing through me blesses and increases all that I give and all that I receive. Your words, your thoughts, your actions, your deeds, all cycle through this planet. And for those on Zoom, Misty has a number that you can send your donations if you choose. And this center is supported strictly by your donations. Well, actually, we do offer the use of the space, and so there's income from there too. Are there any announcements to be made on Zoom? Or we're all good?
Let me make LJ's.
We had said we weren't going to do a service on Christmas, but that has changed. LJ and Joe have lovingly said that they would like to do a meditation service on Christmas Day here at 10 a.m. So if you'd like to come in and touch and be a part with them, you can do it here, or it'll also be on Zoom. So did I get that right? Did you guys want to add anything? No? Okay, thank you.
That sounds perfect for a holiday. Started off with meditation. I'd like to announce that last night we had the flute circle and the power went out. And John, I came in and John and his group was here still playing beautiful music. And we brought some tea lights in and lit the place up, and halfway through the drum circle, the lights went back on. And I just love these smaller, intimate gatherings because you get to know someone just a little bit better. So we're very grateful for that. Our practitioner for the day, if you choose, is to connect with Joe Bull, and he can do some work with you for any kind of prayers that you need to just amplify the beauty of utilizing prayer treatment and new thought for your life. And let's see, no more announcements? Barney usually has something to say here.
I do.
I thought so.
I'll just say that I love to perform music and acted in college and afterwards. But it all started with Silent Night, because when I was in the 5th grade, I was in a choir and I fainted in the assembly, and I fell and hit the piano, blood flowed all over, and my little cousin and the whole kindergarten started crying. So, I don't know, just, I'm still singing, so I didn't quit. So I guess that's my message, don't quit.
We're glad you still sing, Barney. And there is a little frog box in the back, and that is also available for prayer treatments that you write out so that it's quiet and private, and you can do it anonymously. It's a good thing. And I think next week is Joe and LJ. I know I'll be here. And I think that there is that essence of coming together on a holiday and then being able to feel filled by the spirit of all that collective thinking. If you'll join me on the prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. The energy of God is me. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. And I'm going to ask John Lalonde if he has another song.
Yes.
That was really
Well, this is a song that is loosely based on, I guess I was too loud.
You're good. Yeah, it's really vibrating.
Was it? Okay. This song is entitled Ipoluni. It is, well, actually what I'm playing is loosely based on a song named Ipoluni. It's a Mary Youngblood song. And the Ipoluni translates to be happy. So as we gear into these holidays, let's remember to be happy.
be happy. And we'll ask Sandy West to play us out for our closing treatment. Okay, you stand there and I'll.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just close your eyes and take a deep breath. And just imagine yourself hugging yourself. For there is only the divine and divine self-love, divine love. Embrace yourself and let the energy swirl all around you, loving you, caring for you, making a difference in your life. Know that this is a season to celebrate. And as you go forth today, celebrate the beauty of the rain. Celebrate a lovely Sunday and enjoy yourself to the max. Have a great day and a great week. And say with me, please, and so it is.
So it is. Thank you, everyone, for coming, being with us, sharing your energetic. Be peaceful and share your love out there in the world. Namaste. Thank you.